Hey guys, this is Steven from LegitTechTutorials, and welcome back to my product design series. We are back working on the code flow. Generally, I do code flow video every Friday, but I completely forgot about it this Friday, and I forgot to do it on the weekend. So I'm doing it today, Monday night. It's 11:51, and we got the stopwatch started. So, if you remember from the last video, what we worked on, again, I'll be back to the Fridays, this coming Friday again. I'll try to I did remember to do it, but now I film like 4 or 5 videos on Fridays now for LegitTechTutorials, so yeah. So in the last video, what we did is we were getting the list, the list to instantiate themselves inside of the UI. So when you would hit the add button, it would move the piece over to the right. So now what we need to do is, the issue with that was that we could not instantiate something from the prefab. We could not, for whatever reason, attach something that had something already set up with it and attach it to the prefab and have it maintain its controls. So what we need to do is we need to have it dynamically, when you start your program or when you hit play, that it will find those those objects by name and add them to those specific ones. Should be pretty easy. I already have it loaded, because what happened is, on my last one, I kind of broke the UI. What I found out is, actually, one of the issues that I need to change, I changed it, is this scale was like 6,000 or whatever, and that's one of the first issues that I had. So I went back and redid this and resaved it. So that's another thing, is that if you mess up something in the scene, just try to don't feel bad to just delete, just not save the scene, because it only affects what the scene doesn't affect within your scripts or anything like that. So I shouldn't have saved the scene because the scene was messed up. But I went back through, I rewatched my video, because I saved the scene, rewatched my video, and reset everything that needed to be reset. Sorry about this, my cat. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to fix that so it looks for those objects with those names on them, and then does the child and all that stuff, becomes a child of content, and then becomes a child of content, and then also maps itself to the first segment bar's position, and then adds the offset. So that we're going to finish today, and then so that works. And then eventually we're going to basically have to have an array of the, well, actually what would happen is, as it sets that, what it would do is it would then have a global counter, or a global object, I guess you could say. It would have a global object where once it does that, it sets that segment as the new original segment. So when you add it again, it will add it to that original segment. Or I could do an array to where it has the list of each of those segments. But I don't really need that. I just need kind of like a ghetto pointer type thing, where just whenever it creates a new one, it sets that as the original segment, so when it moves it over. So that way we could add infinitely many, because at this point, every single time you hit this add segment button, you'll just get stuff piling up here, which is not what we wanted to do. Alright, so back to the Trello. Yeah, so on our way working here, I got the script open. So it is public static game object find string name. So another one that we're probably going to want to do instead of doing game object is just go straight off its transform. So transform.find, as you see here, finds and assigns a child of the player named gun. Player.transform.find ammo gun.find. Okay, so Okay, so that's also not going to work because that's not going to work because we have to do this. We can't do any of this. It has to look through our entire hierarchy and find those pieces. So returns one active game object tag to tag one active game object. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Tags must be declared in the tag manager before using them. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to create a tag for this guy. We're going to say untagged, and then we're going to say that this is the we say segments content. So tag 0. So that way, when we go in here, in case we change this name or something, in case we change that name to something else, we don't have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and it's set up here in this room while I'm doing construction on another room is really not very good. Okay, it's in here. Okay, it's opening. Right, so while we do that, look at this. Okay, so yeah, so this is exactly what we're looking for. Tags must be declared, tag manager, respawn. Oh, another thing that we forgot to do is we forgot to go back. We're supposed to go back to content and then change this segment content. Okay. So now, so we're going to do that segment content and then the segment bar. Ah, but then that means that we need to no, we don't necessarily need to re-tag it. We only need to tag it once. Because this is only going to be on start. On start, it will put that there. So let's add tag again, and then this is going to be ORG original segment. Original segment bar. That's this guy. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen this before. Anyways, doesn't have that for everything. It only has that for segments. Okay. So if you remember, it works correctly now where you hit this and it will join that segment bar in there. So that's correct. So now what we needed to do is we needed to go in here and this.get component rect transform. So here it's this.set parent segment view content. So so on start, basically what it does is this.transform.set parent segment view content game object.transform. Okay, so that's what we wanted to do, but what we wanted to originally do is we'll say that we wanted to do this, right? So we're going to say here original segment bar. And this is going to be, but first we're going to do this other one, which is the segment view content, right? Segment view content. And then the segment view segment view content, segments content. And this is type segments contents. View segments content. Okay, and then this other one is original ORG segment bar. This is ORG segment bar. emoji segment bar. Okay, so now hopefully this runs correctly. Oh, game object. And then I'll say dot transform. Or I'm gonna assume it's not gonna like that. Maybe I could type. Can you typecast that? Possibly. What is this? So will it throw a whole bunch if I make these game objects? Game objects. Oops. Obviously there's no plural needed. Probably throw errors for everything. Yep. Just get rid of that error. Okay, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to say that this is the original segment bar and that this is the original content here. Okay, now it's going to set that there. Temporarily what I'm going to do is delete that and then see what happens here when it adds it. Okay, so it added it, but it's still gigantic. Yeah, 63. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Okay, but the good thing is it moved it. See, for right here, for whatever reason, I didn't add anything in there about I didn't add anything in here for local scale. So like, that's correct. Okay. Guess I have to set the local scale too. Oops. Look at that. Perfect. But the issue now is it needs to push it. So what it's going to do is on start, I'll have to do some sort of method where it jumps to the other class and grabs the main controller and then grabs what the new bar is. But another thing is I'm gonna have to do here transform and then this get, so basically this here, but local scale 111. Oops. And then vector 1f 1f equals new vector 3 1f 1f 1f. Shh. Make sure this is changed. I'm sure it has. Boom, there we go. So yeah, the issue is that when you add it again, it overlays it on top. So the idea is that when you overlay it, these are each going to have an individual piece. So we're going to have a common, because these are each unique as far as each of these are going to have its own script. So every single time you instantiate this, it's going to have its own script. It's just running that start command. So we're going to have to have something inside the script holder that gives it the previous segment section, segment bar, segments, view, segments. So let's go ahead and open that. Do we already have it open? View control? We do. Okay, so local position, blah blah blah. Still need to already did that. So news part plus the indentation. Okay, so once we do that, what it needs to do is it now needs to have some way of setting this, passing itself as a game object to the new. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have public void we call it previous segment, and then this is going to be a type game object, and it's going to be, I'm just going to call it seg. So now this is going to be the previous segment, right? And then so basically what we're going to have here is a public object previous segment. So now basically what this does is it sets previous segment to, and then this one is going to be set from the start no, so this is going to be previous segment, and then I need another one. Get previous, and then this is going to be no send values. So now this is going to be just oh sorry, this is going to be return game object. And I'm going to say return previous segment. Okay. Oh. The hell? Now what we need to do here is, first thing before I forget, go into script holder, previous segment is going to be the first segment bar. And then when you go segment bar control, what this is original segment. So from the start, it's going to say original segment bar is equal to, I believe you don't have to even call this. Let me see if this works. Get previous segment. No, so you have to do view control dot it's been a while, so I can't remember how you just oh, I don't know. This is going to be static. Public static. This word shit gets really weird. So when you start to do static, you have a lot of different issues in other places. Okay. Okay, so what it does is it sets that segment. So technically, you don't have to this original segment bar. You don't have to do that. Okay, then at the end, it's goes view control dot previous segment method, and then when I'm going to send it is this. Can I do just this? Start game object. Maybe. Oh. I have no clue what it did, but okay. Okay. Okay, what happened? Scales off again. Oh. Object reference not set to something. Oh. Did it build these? It did. Okay. Let me print here. line, see where it gets stuck. This is line number 18. Whoops. Okay, so let's see. Segment bar clone. Original segment bar was not set correctly. Okay, so here it's not set correctly. Okay, so why? Okay, so what happens if I, like, does it, what happens if you do view control dot get previous segment? What happens if you put that at print line? Probably blows up. Shh. This is no. Okay, 1 second. Let me kick my cat out real quick. It's getting annoying. Sorry about my cat there, fellas. Alright. Okay, so it's clearly not setting it properly. So it has something to do with this. Wait. So get previous statement, game object, previous statement. Segment. Wait, so am I setting? Can I do static stuff? I don't know. I probably set it to the wrong thing. That's probably what happened. Oh. Says segments section. So basically what I'm going to have to do is on start of this, I'm going to have to get it to find that piece. Because I can't set it inside of the thingamajig. So I need to have it find it. So this is going to be previous segment. And then this is going to be org segment bar, right? org segment bar. Okay. Build it. Build successful. It's not going to tell me, so I'm just going to... Oh! Hallelujah. Yep. Boom. There we go. Alright, so that's definitely going to save that. Well, I mean, it's built already. This doesn't save it. Anyways. Alright, so I took another video to figure that out. Maybe we'll take a look at what it would take to do that. Basically, you just have to do that, but on the add action. So, what's the name of that script? The view control. Okay, so let's here. So what I think I should do there is combine those two into one method so I can keep that small. Because I'm going to add quite a bit of stuff in there. So the next part is going to be where you hit the add action and then the it'll basically it'll instantiate this. So what did I do here previously? Blah, 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 blah. So here I'm going to do a this part here is going to be this is going to be instantiate me whatever, and then this is going to be game object, and this is going to be action button, which is prefab. Instantiate just wherever, and then we're going to set it again. So this is going to be action button. Button. Build that. Build successful. Action button. Add action button. So now, no, we don't need add action button. Sorry, we need this segment block or whatever. So I'm going to say like need that. So under segment bar, viewport, content. It's gonna be technically section name because we don't need this. We only need one button. You just move the button down. Right. So this is gonna be a prefab, and then this is gonna be action name. And the action name is basically that, but it's going to say add action name or placeholder. But that's going to be a button, not a name. Because you're just going to click on it, and it's going to launch the thing. Okay, so this is a button. Okay, cancel that. Cancel that. So, technically, we could use that. Just drag it out on the screen. We want that there. Here, this is going to be this is like a click add field thing though. So maybe it is, tripping out now. Just add segment button. Scroll bar. So this is placeholder text go. That was only on this here. So it's going to be the add segment name. And then this is going to be placeholder text, name action. Basically that's going to be it for right now. Okay, that's pretty much it for this video. So again, what we're going to be doing is you basically take this guy, and when you hit this, it just moves this piece down, and it says enter with like a little bit of a gap, and it'll say add action name or whatever. It'll say add action name, but I also need to be able to do like an on click. So maybe it would be, maybe what I could do is like add a button on. it's going to be interesting. We'll have to figure it out on the next video in order to get it to where you could add text to it. Maybe if you added text to it and once you hit enter, it changed it, and then maybe added some other thing in there. So we'll have to figure it out. But the idea is that as of right now, what I'm thinking is for the prototype, have it to where it has this edit piece, and you enter in your action name. Once you hit enter, it'll take that piece and swap it for a button with the same text in it. So it'll save the text, send it, instantiate something on the exact same position it was in, and then put the text as that. So that's the idea. So we'll go with that. Alright, this has been Steven from LegitTechTutorials. I thank you guys for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe for more videos like it in this series and our series as well. And I'll see you guys this Friday. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.